How often do you text and drive? No, really, think about it. You're driving down the road and your phone buzzes, beeps, or hollers. Do you take a peek? If you answered yes, you're risking your life and the lives of others. A recent AT&T survey asked 1,200 teens about texting and driving, and the results were quite scary. 61% of teenagers who answered questions say they look at their phone while driving. 43% of them say they actually text while driving, and they know it's not safe. Because in that exact same survey, almost all of the teens said texting and driving is dangerous. And when they're sitting at a red light, more teens think it's okay to mess with their phones. 73% glance at their messages, while 60% of them send one. But that could be just as dangerous because did you know thousands of crashes happen each year at intersections with traffic lights? And peer pressure could be to blame because 9 out of every 10 teens surveyed expect a reply within 5 minutes. And adults aren't helping, at least from the teenager's perspective, because 77% of teens said adults tell kids not to text and drive, yet do it themselves all the time. So what will make them stop? 89% of teenagers surveyed said a phone app that prevents texting and driving would be an effective way to get them and their friends to stop. So the next step, download AT&T Drive Mode, an app that helps curb the urge to text and drive. Then, take the pledge and share it with your friends. Texting and driving, it can wait. Hundreds of thousands of people have already signed on. Will you?
I know everything about everything. I know what my friends are doing all the time. Seriously, I know almost everything because I pay attention. Well, most of the time. I know about cars and driving and what it takes to drive safely.
Right, but it doesn't hurt to review what you already know.
I know what I need before I get in the car. My keys, my phone, my wallet or bag. I know to adjust my seat and check my mirrors and put on my seatbelt and lock the doors before I take off.
Did you know 10% of high school students report rarely or never wearing seatbelts when riding with someone else?
I know I've always got to be careful and drive safely. Mom and Dad and everybody tell me to pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Huh, maybe they're right? I know my parents can take away my keys anytime. Ugh. I know I need to obey traffic lights and street signs. And going faster than the speed limit is dangerous and illegal. I know I could get a ticket or lose my license if I break the rules. That's not cool.
Did you know teen drivers are 50% more likely to crash in the first month of having a license than they are after a full year of experience?
I know the difference between fog lights and high beams. I know to drive slower in rain or snow or ice or fog. I know I need to be awake and alert. I know I need to pay attention to road conditions all the time because a car can slide out of control in 1 second. That's scary. I know to keep the radio down and not sing too loud so I can hear a siren or a horn.
Did you know 57% of teen crashes involve going too fast, not paying attention, or failing to yield?
I know I shouldn't change the AC or look up directions when the car is moving. I know those all distract me from the only thing I should be doing, driving. I know not to text and drive or make calls when I'm in the car.
Did you know more than 50% of high school students say they text while they drive at least sometimes?
I know it's really hard and a little gross to eat when I'm driving. Gross! I know I need to pay 100% of my attention to signs and lights and other cars every single second.
Did you know 20% of crashes that injure someone are caused by a distracted driver?
I know it's illegal for me to drink alcohol. And I know that when I'm 21, it's illegal to drink alcohol and drive impaired. It's dangerous, illegal, and just plain stupid. I know I need to be careful driving if I've taken medicine. And I definitely shouldn't let a friend who's impaired get behind the wheel.
Did you know 60% of teen drivers involved in fatal crashes who had been drinking were not wearing a seatbelt?
I know I could get arrested and lose my license if I drive impaired. And I know I could get grounded forever. I know I need to be home by curfew, but I still need to drive safely and obey stop signs and red lights. I know I may get grounded, but it's better than not getting home at all. Wow, so I do know a lot. I know that teens are more likely to be in crashes than adults.
Did you know more than 300,000 teens are injured in crashes each year?
I know my friend could die if I get in a crash. Or I could die. Or somebody I don't even know could die. And I know I don't want any of those things to happen.
Did you know motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death for teens in the U.S.?
I know I need to drive safely and always pay attention. So I keep my license and get home safely every time. And if I forget anything about driving, I know I can ask my parents. And they'll be cool and remind me. Wow, I really do know everything.